And we are going live with a match between Expert Gamers against ESC IC Box. It is the round of 8 or 16. Let's take a quick look. It is the round of 16, of course. I'm sorry for that. And we are live with a pistol round on Dust 2. Insta already pushing through into short, getting the frag onto base with a headshot and not losing too much HP as well. But Expert Gamers already pushing into his back again. Insta though, taking into account that the CTs are probably pushing him into his back and takes out 2 of them. Nice work by Insta. Now Stig is into big trouble. Got pushed by Crazy's knife, and then Tensky took advantage of the situation and took him out. So ESC with a nice and fast pistol round. Even though Expert Gamers were equally fast with the backstab, ESC got out on top and now bought up weapons. So a good start for the terrorists on the easier side. They are flying already. And let's see if they can push through. They had a big nade hit there in the team. Percy, Tensky and Insta down to 48 and 38 HP. Still they took out the remaining CTs in B and are now planting the bomb. Everything back to standard, back to normal. Yak and base, who was called Rape once, I think. So base Raper is on catwalk while Yak is supporting him. In short, they wanna save their pistols for the next round and maybe squeeze out an exit frag. But the terrorists choose to exit towards the terrorists spawn. So no weapons got taken out. And ESC with a 2-0 scoreline. The CTs obviously have to save one more round until they are back to buying their weapons. And ESC is going for the same setup as they did in the anti-echo round. This time though, Sader took out a long, while Insta took out the first frag in the middle, I think, and Skippy gets a headshot onto Crazy on B. Still only one weapon dropped for the terrorists. It is more or less expendable. And Tensky, wow, nice headshot and nice aim onto Spitty as well. Great work on the coverage in the CT spawn. And finally we have reached the all-important first weapon round. Let's see if ESC will take it to a 4-0 or if Expert Gamers are able to get back into the game. And Sader with a nice shot through the smoke into the middle. Took out Stick and got the early advantage into the CT's hands. ESC now looking strong on the 4th round. They have set up a long push. Let's see if they only fake it or if they make it. And they smoked and flashed one teammate in behind the box, but Spitty's paying attention and takes out Tensky there. 4v4 evolving and Insta pushing through the smoke, gets the instant headshot onto base. Now Skippy is in a bad position. He gets pushed from 2 directions. He's already trying to hide away, but Insta is too fast for him. Takes him out from B doors. And it is again Spitty and Yak against 4 terrorists. Doesn't look too bright for the CTs, and they already abandoned all their hopes and took refuge in A long to save their weapons, and the terrorists are trying to hunt them down. I think they are already moving pretty fast. Crazy is the first one to enter A long, and he gets the frag onto Spitty. Another weapon taken out. Yak is already spotted in the pit. He still gets the headshot onto Crazy, and Insta is there to take care of him. Great work by ESC, taking out every weapon of the CTs, so no weapon safe for them. And obviously the cash damage can't be underestimated for the CTs. ESC now running away with a scoreline. Another save round ahead of them. Probably we will see the 5-0 scoreline, and Percy just easily takes out Spitty, who was caught in the middle of nowhere, jumping around, trying to get into cover. But he just reached his grave. And the terrorists advancing towards the A platform. The CT's already trying to set up a backstab from long, but it probably won't do any much, not so much damage, considering they only hold pistols in hands. Still Tensky down to 15 HP, collects a frag onto base nonetheless. Crazy with one onto Skippy, and Stick on short, left alone against 5 terrorists. Crazy just peeks out, takes him out. And just one more map for ESC. My girlfriend trying to convince me to abandon my hopes of covering CSGO. But all the cuteness is not enough if you've got a manly sport to watch. And expert gamers bought up an AWP and an autoscope, and Skippy with the AWP in B gets 2 frags and a USP headshot onto Insta as well. What a round by Skippy with 3 frags in B with the AWP in a position that he shouldn't have gotten any frags, to be honest. He got the no scope to follow the nice scope shot onto onto the hole in the wall. And expert gamers back in the game, still not forcing ESC to save though, but they are showing a sign of life. And obviously they saved the autoscope and the AWP, so they could be put to good use. And Yak instantly takes out Insta while I was trying to get to the point of the auto sniper being a very expensive weapon, and it can hurt you if you buy it and lose it instantly after that. Yak though gets a second frag now with the autoscope from A, and ESC is still trying to push from short, even though he took out 2 players already. And let's see if the other 3 are trying the same. Crazy gets the frag onto base. Yak though is still there on the A platform, gets another frag onto Percy. Spitty on A long. Oh, what a battle of the sprayers against Tensky that was. Still Spitty surviving that with 14 HP. And Skippy takes out the last one for the CTs to collect their second round on the board. Let's take a look at the Let's not take a look at the scoreboard, but pay attention at the beginning of the round. Next round, of course. Terrace with a standard setup. And I love that design of the M4A1. It is really cool. And I would just carry that around as if it was a purse for a girl, if it was available in Germany. Look at my new M4, look at the paint on that, it is so awesome. And then guys come in with their Gucci and their Louis Vuitton M4s and say I'm crap, but I say Asimov is the best. And ESC is wrecking, bunching up in short again. This time base gets 2 of them. And Yak is not needed. Yak is taken out in fact by Crazy Sader with the next frag onto Spitty, and it's a 3v3 again. The terrorist planting the bomb, but Stick is pushing in from short really quickly. Surprise Sader there, who got no coverage whatsoever near him. An easy frag, and Crazy down to 13 HP. He's spotted already. Base is trying to get rid of the covering player that is Tensky, and he gets the frag onto Crazy as well. So 4 kills for Base in this round. At first he was defending A, and then he got back onto short and was participating in the retake of the bomb site. So Expert Gamers capitalizing on their first round and racking up 3 in a row. Nice spirit by them. And look at the cash for the terrorists slowly going down. And they should be saving next round if they can't plant. Insta poking into B, waiting for the smoke to pop and then setting off his fire on the set position, and Base pushing from the base, from the CT base. Oh, Skippy with the infight. AWP gets the frag onto Insta, but then Crazy is there to capitalize on his reload. Crazy with the next frag, and now he will plant the bomb. So 2 CTs left to retake the bomb site. ESC in a bad position. Spitty just got the frag through the smoke, took out Percy, and Crazy now has it all to do. He needs the 4K to clutch this round, and Spitty and Yak still with almost 100 HP. Pushing in, and nice coordination by the 2 CTs. Almost no HP lost for them, and Yak gets the defuse. Synchronized pushing from hole in the wall and the doors makes it so hard for the terrorists to take out either of them. 4 to 5, the CTs clawing their way back into the game. And they drop the auto scope, of course. Skippy now with the AWP in hand. He's, let's take a look where he's at. He's in B as always. And somehow he's taking the AWP up close quarters as well. Even though it's not meant to be like that. Sader takes down Stick. Crazy with 1 onto base. Now gets jumped on by Jack. Skippy with the next one, and Skippy with another close quarter shot. He's really racking up the frags in the zero distance. ESC now 2v2 against Spitty and Yak. Tansky and Insta. The bomb is not planted yet. And the CT is already waiting for the terrorists to make their move. But it's still 47 seconds left on the clock. So the terrorists have some time to play with. And that's what they plan to do. Spitty catches some bullets. Needs to run away again. And a fake plant by Insta tries to lure in the CTs. But they don't fall for the joke. He fake plants once more, and this time it pays off. Gets the frag onto Spitty, and Tensky saves Insta's life with a frag from the back into Yak. 6 to 4, ESC getting floor under their feet again. And let's see if they hit it running or not. If the CTs can get back after that round or not. Obviously some cash damage dealt to them. They have 2 FAMASes on their lineup, and this is probably the autoscope that is just, you know, the amount of money they spent on the autoscope is now showing in their weapons. And Base just single shooting into Tensky, hitting every single bullet, putting it down to 31 HP. Expert Gamers with a nice start. The terrorists still didn't capture anything so far. Now they are working on short and long. But the CTs already pulled one of their players into middle and have a 3-man stack in A. So it is all up onto the first fraggers, and Crazy with an amazing shot onto Yak. Tensky and Crazy again with a frag onto base in the CT base. Crazy just collecting frags left and right, romping down Expert Gamers. It's 3 in this round already, and Stig is left alone against 5. He took down Crazy, who was really running wild in this round, and now he tries to save his AK in B tunnels while the bomb is ticking away. And he gets taken out by Percy, so the CT is not able to push down ESC again. And they are clutching their second round in a row after they have given away 4. And Insta with a nice tag onto Stick in middle. It's the second time he got tagged. And he's feeling the pain already. 2 players at B with P250s for the CTs. Base is checking out middle. Nobody there. He's pushing forward, but there they come. Oh, Base not hitting a single bullet thanks to the aim punch. Crazy takes him out. Who else but Crazy would capitalize on that? Now Instinct Crazy pushing forward into short. Crazy taking another frag. But of course it's just an echo round. And Yak not able to put enough damage into the terrorists to get a kill. Percy with some nice pre-fire through the door. So ESC with their 8th round. And Crazy with 15 frags already. Insta and Tensky with 10. On the other hand, we have Skippy and Stick with 8 each. So the CTs with 1 more save round until they can buy up again. And they really need those 2 last rounds after that save round. Otherwise, it would be very hard to come back into the game. And Base got himself an AWP from A long. He pushed together with his teammate, and Stick ambushes Crazy, gets a weapon and the bomb as well. So this might turn out to be really awkward for the terrorists. If Stick is getting any more frags, he gets 1, but Tensky is there to save the day for the terrorists. Otherwise it would be a 3v1 and Seder would be the last man standing. Like this, it is a 2v2, so still doable for the CTs. Yak though gets pre-fired by Seder, and down he goes. Base though didn't get spotted by Seder, even though he was on his screen. He was probably concentrating somewhere else and looking somewhere else as well. So Base now against Tensky, 1v1. Base is pushing in, throwing away his AWP in the hope of collecting the frag and a weapon, and he gets the headshot onto Tensky. Nicely done by Base in the save round. He collects the AWP and the defuse and gets his team back the chance of collecting a 7-8 scoreline if they win the last 2. The cash for the terrorists not a problem at all, and Expert Gamers instantly going for the auto scope again, while Skippy is waiting a long time for his AWP, but it got dropped by Base of course, so he could only pick it up after the timer for the buy time went down. So the terrorists going for a long push while Seder is working B alone, and he gets the frag on the Stick. Doesn't force the rotation though. The terrorists were attacking A long too fast. The CTs already know that the terrorists are coming their way. Even though the terrorists are now re-rotating towards middle, the CTs got a hang of that action. Already trying to intercept them from short. They got 2 players over there. The terrorists are now trying to... well, they are not sure. They must have heard Base while we have a pause ahead of us. And they must have heard Base on short, and he will probably be killed by Crazy if nothing crazy happens. And I will quickly check out the chat to see if anybody is flaming me. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. I'm Boo from Germany, and today was quite a ride already with all the GoTV problems that you might have experienced as well. So, you don't know Expert Gamers? Well, they just changed their nick. They're probably more or less the same team. I don't know the team's name before, but they are one of the better mid-tier teams. And they are giving ESC a hard time so far on the CT side on Dust 2. Now we quickly retry, so we have a scoreboard. And we got back into the action like that. So a 2v5 now. The Shoutcaster's curse. I reconnect, we miss the action, and Yak suddenly racks up the frags, 2 for him, 1 for Skippy, 2v2, and this is how fast some things can change in CSGO. But still crazy standing for ESC, and he's really on fire today. And look at that single shot onto Skippy in mid, Tensky working on Yak, and we have, well, we have neither, yeah, it should show up now. And we have no scoreboard, so Crazy with 17 frags, Tensky with 12, while we have 10 and 9 for Skippy and Stig. And ESC not letting Expert Gamers back into the game, even though it looked like that for a second. Yak is really racking the frags with the autoscope. They should prevent him from picking it up. While we see Seder with 2 nice entry frags on the B-bomb side. The CTs now try to retake it, but there's only one M4 on the lineup. And wow, Tensky and Seder again. Now Percy just with the last frag just baited Seder, and Base got killed by him. So 10-5. He saw that scoreline already in the game of Kick, and they came back from being 10-5 down. And as you might know, 7-8, 9-6, 10-5, it's all the same on Dust 2. It just depends. Let's see how the pistol round turns out. If ESC can almost seal the deal already, or if Expert Gamers can come back into the game. And Tensky on A long with a nice headshot onto Sticky. Open up the round. 4v5, and Terrace still working on long. While the CT is already rotating. Tensky with another nice headshot on long. Yak finally gets one back. But that's not enough. Still a 4v3, 4v2 now thanks to Tensky. Yak got one back and again, but Base from short took out Seder. Still Insta and Percy against Yak and Base. Make that only Percy against Yak and Base. Yak with 3 kills so far, down to 24 HP though. And the terrorists not captured the A-bomb site so far. Percy's right around the corner, and I don't know if they know, but he's sneaking around the corner, and he gets a headshot onto Base and almost takes out Yak. Yak is in a bad position. 8 HP for him, but he's got armor. Well, it doesn't matter anymore. Percy down to 54. Now it is a matter of shots. Percy pushing in. He's still not that decisive. He should put more pressure onto Yak. He's down to 8 HP. He really should push him. And he's switching to his knife. Should be, well, having his pistol out. And Yak just bought enough time for the bomb to blow up, I think. And yes, it will. Percy with 1 HP, not standing a chance to survive that explosion. Great play by Yak to dance around long enough for the bomb to blow up in the end, and Percy should have been more aggressive in this position. in my opinion. But that's better for the game. Expert gamers take the pistol round and the CTs need to save. So base with the first frag onto Crazy. Nothing special happening. Base with the second one. He should fall back. He's down to 43 HP already. And he's not doing it and gets punished by Percy, who is trying to make up for his mistake in the round before. 2 CTs left. And they are running away, trying not to give the terrorists the additional 300 kill reward. And save the Deagle and the 5-7 for the next round. The terrorists obviously not hunting the CTs. And the CTs not going in again for any exit frags whatsoever. So everything stays as it was. 4 weapons saved for the terrorists. And ESC with the next save round. Let's see if they go for anything fancy. No, they don't. Just the usual setup. And stick with a nice shot. Another one onto Crazy on B. Nice aim with a Galil. Putting 2 bullets into the 2 heads. And Tensky is putting a bullet into Base's head. Collects the weapon as well. So he might get some cash damage into the terrorist with that. Or save it for the next round. He picked up a defuse kit as well. So he should try to stay alive. Expert gamers should hunt him if possible. They have Spitty and Yak with AKs and full HP. So perfectly able to hunt a player like Tensky who has no armor at all. And they are already guessing where he's hiding. And the air gets thin for him. Let's see, he spots one, fires away, doesn't get the frag though, he should have collected that. Yak turns around to shoot him down, and ESC not saving that AK and not collecting a frag with that as well, so could have been better, but they are still 2 rounds ahead, so no worries for them. They are now fully equipped, trying to fend off the terrorists, and they go for a B tunnel setup. Turned out to be pretty effective the round before, even though it was an echo round. Stick just had to click 2 times and the site was open. This time around the terrorists are trying to enter middle again, or at first, and Spitty gets the frag onto Percy thanks to the M4's damage. He survives that, and Tensky and Insta Crazy as well, chiming in with 3 frags in an instant. It is a 2v4 situation, even though it looked so good for the terrorists. They couldn't pull through yet. And maybe they can defend from the CTs that are pushing in. 4 CTs trying to retake the bomb site. Stick gets one, but that's taken out by Crazy. Skippy at the back of the bomb site gets taken out by Sader. No problem for them. And ESC take the first weapon round in the second half, 11-8. Right back into the driver's seat. They jump. Lange. So you can see the cash for both of the teams. And ESC with, well, not a force buy, but Insta with a FAMAS might be a weak spot for them. Look at the radar. Looks like the ghosts on Pac-Man. Oh no, that was Mario Kart. Doesn't matter. Tensky on top of the box surprises base, but Yak is prepared, then takes him out and makes it a 4v4 again. One terrorist trying to enter middle. Yak and Crazy exchanging frags yet again. Yak the one to refrag for his teammates, and he gets a nice shot onto Seder despite his low HP. He gets a third frag and opens up the A bomb site. Stick with a nice middle play, takes out Percy, but Insta in fact pushed into terrorist spawn, so the teams traded positions and Insta took out Stick from the far side of the spawn. And now he's pushing into Yak, who was down low in long. But he was just, well, Skippy with the AWP on a long. He needed to push and he needed to be fast, otherwise you don't stand a chance against the AWP. Skippy though took care of him and made it look really easy at the same time. So 9-11, Expert Gamers not letting ESC run away either. The teams trading rounds. And Base and Yak with a nice entry on the B bomb side. Just a fast forward, straightforward B attack against the echo round of ESC. And they haven't lost a player yet. Seder is working on that though. Skippy down to 18 HP. Now Stick comes in to cover his teammate and prevent the weapon from being dropped. Seder gets taken out without answering anymore. So the CTs might... No, they decide to go for Deagle. Deagle and 5-7 by Expert Gamers with a chance to draw that game. And then the next weapon round will decide if they can get the lead for the first time in this half or not. And the Deagles don't prove to be too strong in the hands of ESC. Nobody drops. The terrorists get through with every player. So a 2-time full save for the terrorists enables them to buy up 2 additional rounds. And maybe more if they plant the bomb. So ESC has to overcome quite a few weapon rounds until they force the terrorists to save again. And let's see, Seder opens up with the first frag, but Stick answers back onto Tensky, so the support player gets taken out. Seder is away though, the AWP is safe in A long, and it's a 4v4. Everything back to scratch. Oh, Spitty needs to watch out, dodges this bullet, just the few steps that he did saved his life. Now he stands with 4 HP, probably can't do that much in the round anymore, but draw the attention away from his teammates. And Expert Gamers trying to set up a B attack. Insta though in middle gets a frag onto Spitty, who was pushing in first, gets the second one onto Stick as well. Yak now getting in, getting the frag onto Insta, but now gets caught with a nade in his hand by Crazy. And this leaves only Skippy with the AWP and the bomb in hand to win the round and the first lead for his team. Well, he gets shot down by Seder in short, no chance for him. He had the AWP. Seder with the automatic weapon. And ESC still not letting Expert Gamers take the lead. They maintain their control, even though they tend to lose it from time to time. So Expert Gamers thinks, it happened to work so good against an echo round, why shouldn't we try it against a weapon round? And they all push through B tunnels and they get demolished. Only Stick standing against 3, and Crazy takes him out. So a very fast round for ESC. maybe the strategy was too simple, and expert gamers tried to throw ESC off balance by that, made them think they don't have the spirit anymore or anything like that. Maybe it was mind games that they were playing, because I didn't see a real system or timing, or at least get somebody in middle to disturb or anything in that strategy. This time though, the attack went through, they captured a bomb site and they got the plant, but 4 CTs left to retake the bomb site. And it is Base and Spitty now left alone. Now it's only Base and he gets pushed from 2 directions. He still gets the shot off onto Crazy, but Tensky is there from short. No, actually from long to take him out. And well, maybe expert gamers really lost their spirit, because they are not looking as strong anymore as they did before, when they had at least a 3-round streak and only gave away 1 in the meantime. So Seda is doing his best to keep the spirits low by expert gamers with the first frag on short. Tensky battling on a long. Skippy is trying to run away with his life, but he's taken a sit in the gap of the double doors, and Tensky, it is the most obvious angle to spray through, and of course Skippy got killed by that spray. Skippy got killed by that spray, and Spitty almost got killed as well, surviving with only 1 HP. So it's a 3v5 and very low HP on one player of the terrorists. They rush the A platform, but we have the same situation as before. The CT is already close by and ready to retake the bomb site. Insta with the first. Yak answers back, but Crazy is there with 2 frags. In the back of Stick it goes, and the defuse goes through as well. ESC finally getting their feet on the ground and reaching the match point as well. 15-11. Crazy with 24 frags, 24 for Tensky and Insta, while we have Yak with 20 and Stick with 19 on the other side of the teams. And Seda with another opening frag onto Yak makes it a 5v4 early on. And the terrorists in middle just trying to push through, but not really committing whatsoever. Spitty is left alone there, gets 1 back, but Percy is there and he had 1 backup player as well, so no chance of pushing through middle. Stick and Skippy left alone against 4 CTs. Stick with 1, Tensky took out Skippy, and now it's on Stick. Stick with the second of the round, pushing into middle. He could push either bomb site. Seda on 1, Percy on the other, and Percy is looking into the middle, putting a bullet into Stick's head, and ESC go through with a 16-11 scoreline. And they had their trouble, but in the end they kept pushing and, well, took down expert gamers, even though